What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cool with Cool Kicks. We are back for another live stream, and yeah, it's day before holiday for most of us. I know y'all are not in the States. Obviously, it's different, but here in the States, it is a huge holiday tomorrow. Some people are working, most people aren't. Yeah, we got a pretty big weekend coming. Huge holiday weekend for most of us. Hope you guys are not working, because working on holidays definitely sucks. But yeah, we are back. Do got quite a few people here. Definitely appreciate you guys showing up. We got Bubba in the house. What's up? Bubba's always saying what's up. Lars in the house. Ant, LA in the house. Bossco is going to be joining me in just a couple minutes. Tar, Pickle Bean. That's a funny name. Activate hustle mode. Jose. Got quite a few people here. Happy Thanksgiving. Definitely appreciate it. Let me just share some of the stuff that I did come up on. If you do follow me on Instagram, y'all probably know. But I did get this box yesterday. I was kind of out and about when this did arrive. So yeah, I did get these. I don't know. I did hit on the early release. Make sure I didn't even make sure it's my right size. But I did hit on the early shock drop. So let's see. Oh, okay. Making sure it's my size, you know. Nowadays, you never know what the secret game, man. Secret game's just crazy. But did get these cool gray 11s. I'll do a review. I'll do a review on them. Materials pretty nice. Like I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really felt them up like that, you know. This is before the crease, obviously. My one big gripe about the 11s, creases like in 4 minutes. But yeah, do love the look, the 11s. Like everybody loves the 11s, right? Everybody loves the 11s. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys my one thing. But yeah, I did get those this week. Air Max 86, what's up? What's up? Batar in the house again. Yes, I did hit on those. Oscar, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Yeah, no, you really can't go wrong with 11s. And then what? I wanted to show. Dang it, I should have had this ready, but I did not. Actually, I can do it right now. Oh yeah, actually I can show this. But yeah, those of you guys that don't follow my Instagram, I was able to hit on the Almanier ones, the Jordan 1 Almaniers. I did hit on those, so definitely got that coming. Wanted to do a live stream, but I had to go to work. You guys, so I wasn't able to do that. Eric, what's up? What's up? Marvin in the house. Jose, you also hit on Tuesday. Oh, okay. This Tuesday for exclusive access. Oh, you did? Okay. I did hear that there was exclusive access. I totally forgot about that. Give me 1 sec. I forgot something. Give me 1 sec. Because I did just get this delivered. And I haven't opened it yet. I literally just got it. I think this is definitely the first of this. Yeah, I did pick up a Mitchell and S jersey. Did pick this up. This is so I did pick up a Shaq jersey. And Mitchell and S, they had 40% off, but they do charge for shipping too, so that kind of added it to it. But this was $130. Someone did hit me up and let me know about this, but this was $130. Then I did get 40% off. So, but they did charge for shipping and stuff. So I did have. I think it came out to like $100. So it wasn't totally 40% off, but yeah, this is normally $130. It is the Shaq jersey. So normally $130. I did have to pay shipping and stuff, obviously. So, but I got a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. It was under $100 after shipping, after tax, under $100. Shaquille jersey. Man, you just can't go wrong with it. You really can't. You really can't. In my book, baby blue, MLPS, freaking dope. Love it. Love it. Can't go wrong with it. Angie, what's up? Yeah, man. Just can't. No complaints, man. No complaints. Got those. Tough L today on the Almanier ones. Toughest L to go along with the Bodega Dunks and the Kobe Grinches. I was able to get the Bodega Dunks. I don't know. I felt like it was pretty easy. Like I struggled on the captchas. I really struggled on it today. I think I had to do it 5 times. I had to do it 5 times. That's the first time I've ever struggled like that on the box one. This one, there were objects. You have to make a box around it. I struggled. But yeah. Our Cool Grace didn't come. Okay. Yeah. Mine didn't come with any quality issues that I saw. You're wearing the K-Swiss C International tomorrow. Okay. Let me get Jordan Brett OG patent leather got canceled. Didn't get canceled. I think they pushed it back like significantly. That's what I'm hearing, but I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Hey, no. Is her Heredy? Is that how you say it? I didn't really give you the advice. All I did was I did pretty much I kind of sent you the video from Hustler Hacks, if I remember. We're gonna have Bossco join. I'm not gonna have any of you guys join today. Maybe in the future and whatnot, but I'm gonna have Bossco join because I have a couple things to talk to Bossco about. You choked on the verification for the Almaniers. Yeah, no, like I said, it took me 5 tries and I'd never struggled like that on the captchas, man. Like I really struggled, but fortunately I still was able to come up. I tried to get a size 6.5 for a friend of mine. That didn't work. But I was able to hit on my pair, so that was pretty dope. But yeah. Bossco, you good? Okay. I just can't. Okay. So I'm gonna have Bossco join us because I put a post. One specific thing, real quick, Bossco. I put up a post today on my Instagram, and a lot of people wanted to talk about it. It was a post where I did show like one of my favorite finds of all time. I showed these. I was wearing these yesterday. And I got these for $70 at the clearance store. I got these for $70. They were readily available. At that time, they didn't have 500 resellers there. Like they had some resellers there, but they weren't like camping like they do now. And I got these for $70. And these are awesome. I wish I bought multiple. I wish I got a couple, but I only bought one at the time. And I posted this. I kind of showed, and I talked about it. And I talked about whether we'll ever find deals like that ever again, and whatnot, because the sneaker game's changed. So I was kind of curious on whether it'll go back, whether we'll ever find deals like that ever again, and that's something that I want to talk about. So I do have Bossco. Bosco's going to join in because Bosco and I, we always went around together and stuff. So yeah, so.
It's changing, bro.
Hello, Bossco. How you doing?
Chill, man. How you doing today?
Not too bad. So there are people that don't really. I feel like everybody on my channel should know who you are, but there are new people. So yeah. So kind of
everybody.
Kind of tell us about yourself.
What up, everybody? Your boy Bossco Mitchell back again with another video. No, I'm playing. I just be here on YouTube, man. Grinding out with the sneaker content. Yeah, checking out stores. We got the membership going on where I do sneaker pickups for members, and got the Discord going on. I don't know sneaker stuff, man.
So his channel's under Bossco Mitchell. For those of you guys that don't know him, I think most of you guys in the chat know him. But if you don't know him, it's under Bossco Mitchell. I have him in the description as well, so just go check out his channel. He does a lot of the same stuff. We do have some overlap. He does a lot of the same stuff that I do, but he also does member pickups. A lot of people have for quite some time. I've been referring people to him because Bossco does do sneaker pickups. I don't, because I don't have time, but Bossco does.
Right.
And then he also has a big Discord thing going on where they cover a lot of different topics in the Discord. And then, what's your Discord? Because people are asking.
Energy 810.
Energy 810
is the name of the Discord.
Energy. Is it with the 8:10?
Yeah, 810 like the time.
Oh, okay.
8:10. FJ, what it do?
So Energy 810 Discord. I'll throw that in the chat. Energy 810 Discord.
Eric, what it do?
On Discord. Yeah, go make sure you guys go ahead and join that. But
appreciate it.
But yeah, so make sure you guys check out. He does reviews. He does sneaker reviews. He also does sneaker release videos. He has a 2021 or 2022. We're already saying 2022.
I just dropped that today, actually.
So he dropped that today. That's like the rest of 2021 already has like 60,000-70,000 views on it or something. It's way up there. The 2022, I already know that's going to get 100,000 views within the next couple months.
Hope so. I got more to do from that because I only did maybe up until the end of March because it's a lot. We got a lot coming out for 2022, man.
And that's one of the crazy things, like because we're talking about where the sneaker game get back to normal. Like
Lars, what to do?
They have like 500 releases now. Like I just don't remember there being 500 releases. Like it's crazy.
It is, and it's like, starting off in March out the gate, like on the 3rd, it starts from then on, and it's like every week there's something coming out. But the one thing that's interesting is because from 2021 everything being pushed back and delayed, so I feel like all these dates are kind of tentative. They could be changed, what I mean, just because of that. Like them fours, them Thunder fours, man, we've been waiting for those for I think since October, was it?
Yeah, they were supposed to come out early October. Yeah,
and they pushed them back twice, and now we're coming back in like next month or next year. So I don't know, man. It's very interesting to see how they're placing so many to come out, but there's so many problems with shipping delays and product and stuff like that. So
you saw that article where they're saying that, hey, all the holiday stuff, all the holiday and the spring 2020 stuff, 2022. All the spring 2022 stuff is being pushed back. You saw that article on Instagram, right? Was everyone on Instagram?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't catch that. I be on IG, but I don't be on IG if that makes any sense. I try to just be on there to post more because it's a loophole, man. That stuff for me, it draws me in a lot.
Oh no, and it just goes around and around, and there's
like 500
things, and
it does,
and it's like what information is true nowadays too. Like I feel like I see a lot of stuff, and I'm like, is that true? Is it not true? And then you report it, and then you report it, and all of a sudden everybody gets back to you because No,
that's very true.
But I'm trying to find the but pretty much what they were saying is that all the holiday releases, all the 2021 holiday releases are getting way pushed back, and they pretty much said, hey, it's pretty much canceled because it's being pushed back so far. And then they said spring of 2022 sneakers are going to be pushed back, and they're pretty much saying, hey, everything's going to come in the summer.
That's what I'm saying, man. So it's like, how do we know they're going to be able to keep up with these releases starting January? It remains to be seen, and they might be able to make it work. They might have a lot of that stuff already made, obviously, so they probably can keep up with a lot of the releases. But I just feel like it's like 2 or 3 every week. It seemed like almost like it's like getting crazy out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did talk to some of my manager friends. Like I hit them up and I was like, hey, did you guys hear about this? I sent them the article. I was like, did y'all hear about this? And they told me they haven't heard anything. They told me they haven't heard anything. They obviously they're chains of like some of the big they're managers of some of the big chains. It's not like they do the boutique shops and stuff. The person who put that out didn't really, we don't know if they're a boutique. Maybe we do, maybe some people do, but I don't know if they're a boutique store owner or if they manage one of the big chains. Like we don't really know. So I haven't heard much about that. So I'm gonna have to see what happens eventually.
Yeah, I mean, all across the board, there's a lot of big changes happening when it comes to like sneaker and just apparel in general. With that happening, and then the thing happening with the Rosses or Burlingtons as far as bigger brands pulling out of those stores too. just the demand for things are going to go up, and then everybody's kind of like want to supply to people themselves, so with things shutting down and then them wanting more of the money, it's going to really change things as far as like from what we're seeing. Well, for me, I think you've been finding some good stuff, but you've also been moving around a lot more too as far as the outlets, but things are getting very repetitive even there, and then there's no discount in the back wall. Like the outlets are good for me if I'm doing my retail arbitrage thing, but or for pickups, but even then, like I said, a lot of the times those shoes are still full retail.
Yep, so absolutely right. So right now it's more about finding unique things or stuff that other people don't have or other people haven't seen, instead of really finding deals and
right. That's true.
And it's funny though, because I still get a lot of people asking like, hey, when are the 20%, when are 30% coming back? I don't think people realize like that ain't happening like 6-8 months. Like I don't see it happening for 6-8 months, maybe a full year from now.
Yeah. I mean, I was by an outlet not too long ago and talked to somebody who we go there a lot, but I went to one of the outlets and talked to a manager. I've known him for a long time, and he told me the same thing. Like they don't see any of those deals coming back at least until like maybe close to the fourth quarter of next year. Like if that will even happen then, because they're gonna want to push up and get the most money. So it's gonna be a long time, I feel like, before we get to 20 to 30% off the back wall. I mean, apparel, it's a different story, but with the shoes, I don't know, man.
I don't see it anytime soon, and people are getting frustrated and stuff. But I don't think people realize. I don't even think that people realize that the stores, they're making like record profits. Like when I talk to managers, like they'll actually tell me the numbers, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
But I've developed a great relationship. But like they're because usually the way they usually go is, hey, how much they've done in sales entire year, or they'll do a month to month this month compared to the same month last year. Obviously last year was a little bit different, but when they compare this year to last year, as well as this year to 2019, like the numbers are just way higher. They're way higher, and sales are through the roof. So I'm like, why would they have sales? Why would they have additional discounts if they're already moving tons of stuff
at retail? It makes no sense, for them.
And if they've already have, and if they're in a situation where they're not going to get a bunch more merch coming, so they're going to have empty shelves. As soon as they do 10-20% off, they're going to have empty shelves. So now they're selling stuff at a lower cost than what they could be making, and they're gonna have empty shelves. Like nobody's gonna be liking that. I don't see it. I don't see it.
That whole thing we heard about a while back about the Nike and doing direct to consumer, like it's really coming to play. It's really coming to fruition as far as the avenues they're taking. With doing it more, with them raising the prices and not lowering the prices and cutting off contracts with these side places, to where they can make the full amount of money, and then people are still buying it. As a business owner, or anybody, if you owned a business and that was happening for you, you didn't need to make any discounts on your stuff. It was selling at full price. Would you drop your numbers? Like, what I'm saying? We got spoiled and used to it for a long time. I mean, we definitely did. I mean, there's a few spots you can go here and there, and then those spots are being blown up too as far as people knowing about them. But for the most part, regular outlets, you're just gonna find it. It's gonna be like going regularly shopping at Foot Locker. You just might find a couple good returns, but you're still gonna pay top dollar unless you got those coupons or coupon hacks, which there are a lot of finessing hacks that are out there. Not encouraging it or whatever, but there are people who are making moves and still getting their discounts. It's just a method to it. But as far as standard off the wall, 20 to 30, it's like, nah, bro.
Look, we're getting updates from the Citadel right now. Drum City Beats is at the Citadel right now, and he said it's the same stuff. Right. He said there's really nothing, dude.
Okay.
That's funny. Funny. Sure. But the funny thing is, and the reason and the big difference. So we're getting into the sneaker game. We're getting into kind of how things were, even like 2-3 years ago. Obviously 10-15 years ago things were significantly different. But even like 2-3 years ago, I feel like from like 1970 all the way to 70 to 80, and then 80s, I think sneaker collecting kind of blew up when Jordan.
I was wondering what you're about to say with 1970s. I'm like, what?
No, but like from the 70s to the 80s, like there were people that collected sneakers and stuff, but it wasn't crazy, and and it was mostly more the hip hop people, right? The most hip hop people,
mhm.
especially out east, you know,
Right,
with Run DMC and all that stuff, you
right,
know,
right,
my
right. My
Adidas and all
ideas,
that stuff. So
absolutely,
it
absolutely.
grew up with that niche. But
Mhm,
my point is, it was always a niche, you know, like
mhm,
where in the '80s, then things blew up, but it was
mhm.
still a niche, you know,
A
like
niche.
some people bought new sneakers and stuff, but it
Yep.
was always like, you know, there'd be like 20 people in the group, and you'd have two guys that are
Right.
huge into sneakers. Everybody would be like, all right, that's cool, whatever. But
Mhm.
and even 3-4 years ago, you
Right.
know, like there were a few of us that were into sneakers, but
Mhm.
you know, it's not like celebrities I think started doing it around 4 or 5 years ago. They started throwing it on
Right.
Instagram, and that's kind of how
Right.
it's blown up to what it is now.
Mhm.
But like it
Like
was
a
always a
sneaker
niche
company
thing,
feel.
right? It was
Right.
always a niche thing, and then the celebrities started getting into it, and then all of a sudden, the my theory is always, or I think a lot of people agree, the government started giving out free money, so everybody has
Mhm.
a little bit more
Oh,
money
right.
to spend.
Right.
So
That
let's
played a
throw it on
part for sure.
sneakers,
That played a part for sure.
and then especially on YouTube and
Mhm.
everybody on Instagram, everybody's reselling. It sounds like a glamorous thing, like hey, we're
Mhm.
making thousands and thousands of
Mhm.
dollars. So
Mhm.
all of a
Mhm.
sudden resale starts going up just because
Mhm.
people have more money and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Last Dance hits, and that just
Oh man.
made everything crazy, right? That made everything crazy. So
Wow.
so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was like the perfect mix of things, right? And then
Mhm.
now, and then right after that pandemic hit, we just saw that hey, we couldn't get any Jordans, right? We
Mhm.
couldn't get any Jordans.
Mhm.
And you and I talked about it, like
Mhm.
big name YouTubers were not
Mhm.
able to get Jordans anymore.
Right.
Like these fools
Right.
have been collecting for years.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
were able to double up on everything, and then even
Right.
big sneaker collectors, including tons of big time YouTubers, just weren't able
Right.
to get Jordans anymore.
Right. 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 Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I feel like that happened in like such a short span,
Mhm. What's this?
which is freaking crazy because like we hadn't really seen that quick of a change in the sneaker community or in the sneaker industry in like forever.
Right.
So we're there, and then now it seems like I don't know if it's because the government money stopped or what,
Mhm.
but it seems like
Mhm.
resale's down now, right? Resale is
Right.
going down. It's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting tricky with it, man. Because for one, the resale is kind of down, but then just like the resale is down, the sizing stuff switched too. Remember how we talked about it before? How the smaller sizes used to be the more money
Yeah,
sizes,
that was
and
weird.
big
Yeah,
sizes weren't, and now it's the more bigger sizes sell better than the smaller sizes. So I think some of that changing with it, because like the standard sizes, the 8.5, 9.5, 10, 10.5 that was selling a lot is kind of just sitting around chilling, but the 12s, like 12, 12.5, and 13s are kind of moving. So it's like a smaller, from what I've been seeing, like a smaller margin of sizes are really getting the profit that people want. Plus, I mean, it definitely is what you're saying too, as far as like no extra money being around. So people are being a little bit tighter with their profits, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then on top of that, a lot of the people who got into the game around the time when there was a boost in money were newbies, were rookies. So they were, because they had more money coming in, they were cool with the $5 and $10 and $20 flips, because they had more money coming in. It was like a fluctuation, like a well-oiled machine in a sense. But then once stuff starts drying up, you can't keep doing it. Plus, flex plays a part in it too, because people were just buying in things to
yep,
flip them for smaller amount of profit to get those flex points up to hit on the bigger things. Now I feel like, with that happening, people getting shoes and letting them go for small amounts help those people in the states that couldn't really get it. So that's why I think that's where let's see, that's kind of where I feel like it changed as far as the value for who could get it and who couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
sense with that, right?
I I,
But
th-
yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. People were just grabbing everything, and they were selling them. And for a while, I even said it on my channel quite a few times. I'm like, I feel like for a while, the only people that were really making money were freaking the old time resellers, right? Obviously, because they had a system, they had a business model, they had all the stuff. But I feel like them and just StockX and Goat, like I feel like they were the only ones really making money because
Right.
people would
Right.
do all
Right.
that
Right.
stuff, and
Mhm.
and after the fees and stuff,
Mhm.
they'd make like $5 off of a
Yeah.
shoe,
Yeah.
but Goat freaking made $20,
Mhm.
$25 off of that shoe,
Yep.
and I feel like that happened. Like I'm like,
Absolutely.
dude, really?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And I'd be looking at them. I'm like, man, y'all made it tough for me to freaking buy a pair of sneakers,
Mhm.
just to make goat money, and so you guys could make $5 off of a $200 purchase. Like damn, dude.
That's
like,
the
that was
thing,
kind of
man.
messed
The
up.
buy-in, it didn't make no sense. The buy-in didn't make sense going that high for that small amount to get back. It was kind of also, it was like a mixture of wanting to feel like you're part of the booming culture of sneaker reselling. People wanted to call themselves that. It was all about flexing. You know, a lot of the times them groups, they would post stuff, you know, they post like 30 shoes in one thing. But if you were there in person, you would know that all their friends put their one shoe in and they took the picture. Like, it was a lot of that going on and feeling cool and about clout, you know.
So you see fools in the cook groups or whatever, and all of them would have the same picture, but just a different angle.
Different angle. That was so funny, man. Seeing that, like, wait, no, I seen that shit. Oh, they're all together. You could just piece it together, man. That stuff was hilarious seeing that though. But I think it was more of a fad and the thing to do and popularity plus the extra that was coming in. But if you didn't do right by that, then you definitely dried up and you couldn't do it no more. And Oscar and D $5 flips was happening all day for people,
and
for flex points and everything else.
And Oscar's a big reseller, but Oscar's he's saying that the resale's going up. I do believe that it has gone up a little bit. Like it bottomed down about like what 2-3 months ago or something like that, and then it has steadily been going up a little bit.
Right,
it does seem that way.
Especially depends on what the shoe is too. That's
but I think especially for like the hype sneakers and stuff, like certain ones. But I think a lot of the dunks, like the regular dunks that I've been talking trash about, the ones that I'm not too big into, the regular buck leather dunks. Like I feel like some of those are started to go down quite a bit. But like certain colorways, like the panda ones, those have stayed like pretty high. And the panda ones, they came out with men's, grade school, and women's. Like they came out with a ton of them, and
I feel like they keep just dropping them. I feel like every few weeks they put another pair on Flex. It's like
somewhere. What the hell? How the hell did they got more? Like what? I thought
y'all was done with those. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So but it's interesting though, because I've heard different solutions. People are like, oh well. You know, like when I made my post, people are like, "Oh, Nike just needs to flood the market with a bunch of stuff," and I'm like, I don't know if that's the answer though, because you know, like if the Jordan ones, like first of all, I think they've already done that. Number one, like the Jordan ones, like the Jordan ones, I feel like because they come out with so many colorways now, they come out with 500 different colorways, and the dunks too, right? They've done that with the dunks where they just sent out so many freaking colorways. Now it's like. There are like you can get way more dunks and way more Jordan ones, even if like a specific colorway there aren't like 500 million pairs of those. But like if you can't get that one, you can get your hands on another Jordan one, another dunk, and I think that's the way most people handle it, right?
Right. And if you move around enough, you still can find those things because they're still sitting in the stores. At some places, you know what I'm saying? You move around enough, go enough distances, you'll definitely be able to find some of them things sometime. You know what I mean? That's getting crazy with the supply and demand and how shoes have been sitting too. But you have to move around for that too. You can't just, go to your same store every time. The more you move around, the more you might be able to find some things like that to try to make that profit. But it's few far in between.
But it's funny though, because some people are just like, oh, you just need Nike just needs to like if like the bread ones are popular, Nike just needs to make 5 million of those. And I'm like, well, that's not really what Nike wants, because that means everybody will be able to get a pair of those, and there's still going to be resale. Like I don't care what you guys say, it's like the resale's still going to be there because it's so ingrained. Whenever there's profit, it is what it is. But what happens is everybody will get those. Then the less desirable colorways, they're just going to sit like, and then they're going to have to put it on sale. And then they're going to have to sell those for, instead of 170 or whatever. I don't know what Jordan one's 170 now.
Yeah, 170.
They're going to go on sale for like what, 110, $120. Like Nike doesn't want stuff to go on sale, So what they do is they'll come out with the dope colorway that everybody wants. They'll make that kind of limited, and then they'll have all these other colorways that are less desirable. And people will settle for those. Most of the time, people will settle for those and say, you know what, I couldn't get my hands on that. I'll just get one of these. And what happens is it trickles down. It trickles down, and then all that other stuff will sell. Like even the Jordan 1s right now, we don't see them on sale. We never see them on sale. They've come out with 500 colorways. They never go on sale.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Unless you find them luckily at an outlet somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you definitely not find them in a regular store on
Yeah.
sale. No Jordan 1s.
Well, even at the outlets, though, even at the outlets, they
Well,
still
yeah,
don't go on
true.
sale
Full
nowadays. So with
price.
the
Full
highs,
price. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely
even with
true.
the mids, right? Even with the mids, we saw those purple, black, and white ones. We saw them
Yeah, still full
mugs for
price.
retail forever.
Yeah, it'd be like one-offs if you find something. Because like I think we both seen the same Jordan like at East LA. I saw those
Yeah.
crimson, the red ones, the red and yellow ones. The size 15, they had them at East LA for
Oh
full
yeah.
retail price.
The
But
Fusion.
then Drom found those University Blues under retail at the outlet. But
Yeah, no, but I think that was a clearance center though, right? The clearance store.
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
And the clearance store has a policy; they can't put anything over $100 there.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a good thing. But that's crazy.
So that's what I've always said is, hey, if you get a premium sneaker like a Jordan or Jordan Signature or something, you're gonna steal them. You're gonna steal them because
absolutely.
Yeah, but that was probably one of the finds of the year because I haven't seen any dope thing like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
I forgot to tell him about that. I was like, that probably was the find of the year.
That's crazy, man. That's it can be like that every once in a while. I know, SJ. We trying to find them, man. And we can come across them pandas, man.
Yeah, they have, especially with the bigger sizes. They just, man, because Flex and all that stuff. Flex, they've been letting them go on the app, and then there's barely any of those. Downey might have some leftovers because Downey, I think they released them today. Downey had the Hyper Royals today. They had the Panda Dunks. They had like 4 or 5 things. They all went on the app. Right. Foot Locker app. But they might be available by Friday. Yeah, I don't know.
Never know. Yeah, me and Flex haven't been the best of friends lately, so I definitely didn't hit that.
And isn't that a trip too, though? Because now, like, they've gone to where they're penalizing the people with too many points, but if you have under $1 million, like you're hitting on really exclusive stuff. Like I talked to one dude. I talked to one of the homies. He had under 1 million points, and he ended up hitting on the off-white dunk, off-white twos at Jumpman LA.
Okay.
Under 1 million points.
That's crazy. Because that would have never been heard of a year ago.
Well, back then you had to have over 5-6 million points back then.
Exactly.
And like
it's amazing how they did that. Like, wow.
And I think the point of it is they're trying to make it where everybody wins a little bit.
I totally get that.
But if someone is spending a ton, someone's out there spending a ton on sneakers, and then
business,
and then you have someone who just opened up a brand new account. You're telling me they should be equal to, like.
Yeah, no, that's definitely that's strange how they did that.
I've spent $20,000 at your shops, and you're treating me the exact same as.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how do you start it one way and then switch it like a bait and switch almost? Because they was telling you higher tiers you'll get possibility to go to events and all this stuff based off how many points you got. But that never really came to fruition, really. You know what I mean? And then now it's like the lower accounts are getting rewarded. But you just got to pivot. It's nothing to complain about. It is just something to acknowledge. And like both of us, man, it's pivoting and just making other ways. So for me, I still go for Flex. Sometimes I don't go for Flex because it's like I already see what that is, and I just made other avenues. You got to find other ways to get what you still need. You know what I mean?
Look, Oscar's flexing. He was able to get 2 pair of Jordan Utility 12s for $80 because he goes to the clearance center. There's a clearance center next to him.
Oh, nice. That's fine.
So he got 3 pair of Jordans for under $100. Like damn, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fine.
Yeah, and Lucky's saying that he stopped sourcing on Flex because there's just not much of an advantage anymore. And that's what we're talking about. Where it's like you and I have you have more points than I do, and it's funny you have more points than I do, and I'm hitting more than you because right now they don't want people to have too many points. So it's like crazy because I bought sneakers and I haven't even scanned my app lately.
Yeah,
I've had sneakers. I've been not scanning my app.
Yeah, I've had 2 times where the app didn't come up, and I was like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. I'll still take the shoe though, but I don't need those points for like big shoes too. Shoes that you would normally want them points for, the 200+ shoe. Like, oh no, I don't need the points. Just give me the shoe. That was never heard of before, bro.
You're funny because the last time I didn't scan my app, I was like, no, I'm not scanning my app, and then And then I poured it on her. I was like, hey, I know it's not your fault.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, man, y'all penalizing us. No. You're
Yeah.
penalizing me for what's cost. No, I'm not. I'm not helping with nothing. So it's like you're over 3 million. This guy, Force for Life is over 3 million, and he's saying he's not hitting on anything. And I'm getting pretty close. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting nothing on there, and I can't open up a new Flex account because they penalize people with multiple accounts. It's like,
yeah, if they find that out, they get tricky too. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But so I was wondering, like, will there ever so the sneaker? I feel like the sneaker community is starting to get back to. I don't think it's as small as it used to be back in the day where it was a niche crowd. There's 100 people, literally. If there was like 20 people, literally, there'd be like 2 sneakerheads back in the day. I think right now, if you just get 20 regular people, I still think it's probably going to be more like 6 or 7 instead of like the original 2. But I was wondering, is it ever going to get back to being a small thing? Like, I think with the resale market growing, and I think with the celebrities still doing the thing, I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
It's in too much of a hype realm. Like, it's always been hype, but now it's like a hype thing. Like, certain clothes, concerts, certain artists, like things that are popping, and the cool thing to be into. Sneakers is like that at an all-time high. So all the young kids and older, but a lot of the newer people, getting into it is just gonna only keep happening more and more. And there's no, if there is word, like integrity, there is no, not too much integrity in the sneaker game either, which is something you have to be careful with who you deal with and how you deal with it, and how you treat others. But it's getting crazy, man. It's getting real savage. And I feel like more people are getting into it for the wrong reasons, but you do have a more average of people who are into sneakers truly because the wave been so big. And how could you not like sneakers? Like, how could you not love sneakers?
And I think just the whole hype element in general, just with cult in our society in general, where Instagram, it's all about, hey, I need to show off that I have a Ferrari, even though I'm renting it and I can't afford it. I can't afford that payment. I need a picture for the Instagram. Like, it's all about hype, and it's all about, hey, what's gonna make me look super dope and stuff like that. And sneakers is a way of getting that.
It's definitely a way to do it. It definitely is for a lot of people. It makes them feel cool. It helps them feel a part of something.
And people are like, oh, you paid. The crazy thing nowadays that really just bothers me now is whenever I see anybody with the dope pair of sneakers, I'm like, hey, I wonder if that fool paid resale, or if I wonder if she had to pay resale. And I hate thinking that.
Right.
But it's like you see these astonishing price tags, and it's like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm probably more like, hey, did this douchebag have to
right.
Just because I'm so anti, hey, you got to pay resale, but like I can understand it though, because like people don't have the time to move like you and I. Like you and I come across all kinds of random stuff.
Right. That's the thing. It's about time is money and money is time. So if you don't have the time to go around finding them, you'll pay the money to get what you want, to save yourself the time of running around. So yeah, you're right about that. A lot of people don't have the luxury of being able to do it. So they'll pay extra, but it's interesting how, I guess it's part of it. If you want something that much, you'll pay for it. I haven't really paid resale for any of my shoes, maybe a couple shoes on the strength of trying to make content with it. Other than that, for me personally, I can't do it. I just never really been into it like that. I've always wanted to be on the other side of the resale. I wanted to be the seller, not the buyer.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially since you come across a lot more stuff than the average person, like both of us do.
Right, absolutely.
It's kind of insane, some of the stuff that we find, to be really honest.
And we both try to stress and tell people, patience is a virtue. Sometimes, I'm learning that even more as I got into the reselling, it's like the thrifting and stuff like that. Just with them raw stores and stuff. Sometimes you see these things inside Foot Locker. You might really like that colorway or like that sweater or like that jersey. And then, like I say this all the time. When LeBron first got to the Lakers, they had that purple pinstripe Laker jersey. I love that jersey. I think that's one of the best Laker jerseys ever. I made that like a Christmas present. People asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said, let me get that. The thing was like 150, 160. Fast forward 4 months after that, 5, 6 months after that, it's at Ross for $24 by the boatload. I'm like, what? Like, that was like one of the main things that kind of showed me, bro. Like, have a little patience, you'll get what you want for the low. You know what I mean?
But the only thing is, like, because I've always been that way, right? I've always been that way. The whole sneaker channel started that way, where I was just finding, like, I initially, for the first 6 months, I don't even think I didn't go anywhere else other than the outlets. Like, I stuck to the outlet game, and once your sneaker collection grows, like after a while, like you kind of need to venture out and stuff, and that's kind of why how I stumbled onto Flex. But yeah, back in the day, I was the same thing, where I'd only get stuff if it's at least 50% off.
Right.
You know, now I guess I wouldn't be buying Jack right now. Because that doesn't work that way. But you do end up missing out on certain things, right? You do. And
yeah, you definitely
you might get 50%, 60% of the stuff eventually.
Right.
But like even now with the sneaker game, like I don't think you can look for deals like that right now.
Yeah. Unless you want to wait a very, very long time, or somebody to get it and buy it on a third party site like a Mercari or eBay, something like that. But
yeah, and at that point you might have to get it used, and then we don't even know what the secondary market's going to be like, because you mentioned that earlier. Is Burlington, is Ross, are Marshalls, are they going to continue to get? Are they going to continue to get Nikes? Are they going to continue to get stuff like that?
Well, they're falling back. A lot of those brands are falling back from it. And I know my experience when I was, with dealing with Marshalls, they had that situation where, Nike pulled out of Marshalls for a minute and didn't send them stuff, especially like the shoes. Apparel still went, because Nike has a lot of apparel. But when it came to shoes, they were falling back because they realized they could make more money themselves with it. It was like the start of that whole thing of them wanting to do more direct to consumer. So those places won't get anything before the outlets do. And with things being shortages and stuff like that, it definitely has a trickle down effect for sure, man. For sure.
So obviously we have plenty of people here that are not willing to pay resale. And I think that's a lot of people. I think that's a lot of true sneakerheads, or a lot of people that do collect. Like I've only paid resale for a couple pairs, and it's funny though, because I was talking to someone. I was talking to one of the homies, and I'm trying to remember what shoe it was. So I had the black cement 3s, so I was wearing that, and I happened to look it up because I was like, I couldn't remember how much I paid. I remember I paid resale for it, and this was obviously this was before the pandemic and stuff. But I paid resale, and I think I paid a whopping $230 something, something.
Wow.
Like 230, and then after fees and stuff, it was like 260 something. Like it was under 300.
Right.
And like those exact same ones that they're going for what, 600-700 now.
Just like that. Yep.
Insane. I'm like holy crap. Like I would just pass. I would just pass on those bad boys. I would just be like, I'm good.
Right. I mean, that there's, in my experience, I've noticed there are a few people too who do pay resale, and I would say kind of only pay resale and are used to it because they can't get it. Like it's kind of impossible for them to get it, so they just naturally pay resale for it. That's kind of interesting to see that too. You know what I mean? And that was kind of why I kind of started my membership for the people who are in that situation, because nobody wants to pay resale for stuff that you don't have to, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, it just kind of was a way I felt like.
And the crazy thing is, John, we'll get to that. I haven't really made a decision on whether I'm gonna have other people in or not. Give me a few minutes. We'll chop it up in a few minutes, and we'll see. Oscar doesn't pay resale, but the funny thing is, like, the way your subscription program or your membership program started was, like, we would be at the outlets and we'd find like the craziest deals, like find like the craziest deals, and unfortunately those crazy deals aren't there anymore.
Yep.
But the fortunate thing is you're still coming up on Jordans, you're still coming up on all this stuff that other people don't have, especially in the smaller towns, and especially if they're at home and they can't go out like we do and stuff. So it's still super useful. Like it's still super useful, and you still have members that are hella happy.
Right.
But
that's definitely true. But
even that's changed a lot.
I mean, the apparel part is a good part of it, being that, it's more than just sneakers. That's where the deal still can be. But yeah, with the shoes, that's where it really started at first, where I was being able to find heat for at discounted prices and stuff. That was definitely the money time. You know what I'm saying? But it still works out like we just mentioned. If you're in an area that their malls don't get these type of shoes, or it gets a small amount of them, that's where somebody like me will come in handy. Because it's weird, man. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, a lot of people out here in LA, and people that I talk to, I'm sure you deal with and talk to, they are like off the pollens. They don't like the Jordan 1 pollens. But I know some people who live in them other places who are like pollens. And pollens, nothing wrong with pollens. Pollens are dope, but it's just all about what's available to you. You feel me?
No. Some people are like, how the hell are you finding those pollens? What the hell? They're like pulling their hair out, and we're like, nah.
Out here, it's like, yeah. So you gotta try to bridge the gap with that. That was the whole purpose of it, man. For that type of exact same thing. I got tired of looking at these shoes that are dope. I mean, I don't want them, but my viewers do it. It's like, well, let's put this together. Let's help. It just kind of went that way for me. But it's interesting how that happens. How some places, I mean, we're in a big market, but we get things and see things that other people are like, what? Wow, how? I don't know. I like that. I do like that.
And we've talked about it. You and I are in like the perfect for what we do. We're in the perfect city. Like it just happened perfectly because, like, when I was in Arizona, when I was in Houston, like, and they got stuff, but it wasn't nothing close to what we got like out here.
Right. Or the amount I would assume, right? Like, when you've been some other places, I don't know if they have the same amount of stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's pretty much what you're saying right there. Same amount.
Yeah, well, that and even the stores that are there, they don't get the stock that we do. Like, we don't have, like, we got 4 or 5 flagship stores that get freaking tons of stuff compared to everyone else.
That's great. Yeah. You're right about that. The flagship stores.
Jumpman LA. Like, we talked about, like it's insane what they get. Dude, do you remember those Jordans we found, the Jordan 1 lows we found for $69 or something? They made what, 100 and something pair of those, and like we were able to get it for $80.
I still have a couple. Them things do well. They did well too in the final for $69. That was insane, bro. That was crazy.
I did hear Marvin is right, because everybody's been talking about Chicago and how their outlets are getting crazy stuff. One of the homies earlier mentioned that they just found bread 11s at I think it was earlier this week. Someone said they found bread like right here. TD just said they had bread 11s in Chicago today.
That's fire.
Yeah, and they had 6s. I saw pictures online or videos like where they were finding infrared 6s. They're finding like all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, all right. That makes sense.
Somebody, I can't remember. There's 2 people. They send me stuff on IG, and one person, his town just got a new one, and they've been finding some ridiculous heat too, like some crazy stuff. So I don't know. That's crazy. That's good to see that it's floating around for some people. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I mean?
If it continues, I'm gonna start getting pissed off though, because they did hook up LA quite a bit. So like,
I hear you. But the thing is, with our other options, like I don't know. Man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it kind of balances out, because if we don't have the 6-7 outlets that we normally can go to, we got like 10 or 13, 15 malls to go to, and then you got the boutiques too. Like, it's just a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of options to have. It's a good thing.
Well, and on top of that, it's like I said, the flagship stores that we have, and then just the connections we're able to make and stuff at certain spots. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was in a small town, like, I'd be hitting up the same mall, and I'd be making connects like crazy with the same people.
They would know me before I came in the building. Yeah, you're right.
I'd be buying them for his breakfast. Like, like people don't understand. Like, and I've talked about it in my lives, how to make connections, and it's how to build relationships with people. Like, I don't even want to just say hookups. Like, it's more about building friendships with people and stuff like that. And
shout out to Rams fan. Shout out to Rams fan. He makes a lot of connections with his people too.
Yeah,
Rams fan, from what I've been seeing, he does his thing and all off of building connections with people. That's why.
I don't even think I've brought this up, but I might as well. I've bought entire stores like lunch, and like I've bought entire stores.
Hey, and that's fire, and that's what you got to do, man. It only comes back, bro. You take care of the people.
Like, people don't realize, like, and so like I know a couple stores where they're like this week, I'm gonna be honest, like this week for retailers sucks, right? Like this week sucks. I guess
Right.
probably the worst
True.
week, and then like Christmas week maybe like probably the worst weeks for retailers, right? So yeah, so on Black Friday I'm probably gonna take I'm gonna treat this a one store to lunch. Like I'm gonna make sure they're all fed. I'll probably spend $100, make sure they're fed.
Nice.
And then I have another store that I'm probably gonna do the same on Saturday. Like I need to show them that it's not I don't just come to them, hey, when I need stuff.
Right.
It's more about, hey, I give a shit about what you guys are doing. You guys, it sucks to work. And I want to help you guys make the day go by a little bit better and save you guys a couple dollars. You don't, but it's more the principle of, hey, I care about you guys. And
absolutely, bro.
And I've been talking about that. And people don't like I don't know. Like I feel like you and I have like talked about all this stuff, and we've given people the tools, and I actually hear from people on my Instagram like, hey, I did what you guys said and blah blah, and it works. But like I feel like so many other people don't take advantage of that info.
Take full advantage of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think most. I don't know. I just don't think most people keep it real like we do, and like I don't think people provide the information that we do. Where like we don't just talk about the best shoes,
right.
Real versus fake, all that BS that they have on all the damn. Oh my god, like I'm so tired of seeing that type of stuff, and that will still be getting hits, man. Like I want to slap people. Like why are you watching this garbage? Like,
it'd be like that, man. It's weird.
And then like I was talking about the resale thing lately, how it's gone down, and and I was watching a few videos this week, and I was watching I watched quite a few today actually. And it was the cash outs. I hate that term, cash out. Like you're freaking buying stuff from people.
Yeah.
Cash out when they cash people out. Like when the
cash out sounds more cash out sounds more big ballerish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No. You're getting paid. And when I looked at it, I watched quite a few, and I'm like, for 90% of the Jordans, like they're getting paid $5 more than they paid. Like $5 more than they paid. And then I saw one where homie probably brought in like 10 sneakers, and I think out of like 6 or 7 of them, like he got maybe $5 more. Some of them were retail, like he was giving them for retail. And then the University Blue Forest came out, and then the Hyper Royals came out, and they lowballed them like crazy. Like, hey, we got so many of these, people are buying them up. We'll 300. I'm like, 300 for Hyper Royals? Like, are you effing serious? And the dude's like, all right.
Yeah,
you just
they don't know. They don't. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, that stuff right there is interesting because people, I guess, either want the money and don't have the patience for it. But like, I really understand and realized a while ago that it's better to sell it yourself if you're gonna sell it. If you can wait and have a little patience, it's best to sell it yourself. Whether it's eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Goat, StockX, whatever. It's just better to sell it yourself. You can always make more money if you sell it yourself and just have a little patience, man. If you can have the patience, sometimes you might need the money really quick, and that's why they lowball, because they know that might be one of the options why somebody's selling the shoe, because they really need the money, so they're gonna lowball the hell out of them. But like, damn,
I was like, damn, fool, you kept all those, and then you let the resale value go up, and then you just gave it to someone else for retail where they could actually sell it for more. I was like, oh my god, you got
But this is the thing, man. Like, this is the thing, because there's the in-store resale arbitrage, and then there's the online arbitrage. And I like to call it sniping, in a sense, when you play Madden Ultimate Team or My Team on 2K, when you would see somebody put something up for the lowest amount, and they were underselling it, you buy it and resell it. Like, it's the same thing on these sites now. A lot of people, they're just trying to get a little extra. They don't really know the margin they should be trying for it. And there's big sharks out there coming and just swipe up all those little things and put them right back up on the site and resell it for more profit. You know what I mean? It's about knowing the game and knowing what you're doing, either if you can have patience or not. But you're right, man. $5 over, $10 over is just not, in the long term, not the best. Not the best at all.
And the thing that irritates me is, like, you just screwed over someone else from getting those sneakers.
Yeah,
so you could make $5, and so the resale shop could make like $100, like $50 off. I was like, oh my god, dude, are you effing serious? Like,
That's like the FOMO thing. I've been hearing that a lot more dealing with this crypto stuff. The FOMO, fear of missing out. Like if you see people reselling this and that, you want to hurry up and jump in there and take advantage of it, but then you don't know really what you're doing, so you just crap out and get your $5 profit before it's too late or something like that. When you can actually made more, like it's the fear of missing out. It's the popular thing to do, so that's why I think that happened. And there's still a lot of people who loaded up from all the stuff they had, and didn't have the right connection. So now they're trying to unload it for Christmas for whatever reason. So you can find some good things for dirt cheap. Just got to look in the right spots and be always on there and sniping stuff. Just sniping.
So it's probably a buyer. I wonder. I haven't checked resale for a lot of things, I guess. So I don't know. But I guess you can. I guess for especially the resale shops, it's probably easier to cash people out or give them just buy a bunch of stuff from, especially people who aren't really great at reselling or new to reselling, maybe. So I get but it just sucks because they wasted all their time in doing that stuff, and then they spent gas. Like that fool who probably had a bunch. Like he probably went to the mall a bunch of times. Like he probably didn't even make nothing.
That sucks. That's crazy to see that. I mean, they gotta live and learn the lesson. But it's just interesting to see people do that. You know what I mean? It's definitely interesting to see how that works out for people. But you can resell anything nowadays. You know what I mean? You really can, and you just gotta have patience with it and know what you're doing. Know what you're doing, man. I'm still learning as I go. I don't know everything, but I definitely learn off my mistakes and learn off of other people's mistakes. That's what you really want to do. Learn off of other mistakes.
Danny's admitting, he's like, hey, that happened to me. I did trying to gain some of the capital back.
That's right. It happens, bro. It's not even nothing to feel bad about. That happens to the best of us. Even people without the bad intentions or whatever, things happen all the time. It's just something, hopefully you can learn from it and know how to move, better next time. You know what I'm
saying? And buying stuff for trade bait, I think that's different. I don't know. Like, it all depends. I see people getting really wrapped up on, hey, that person's a reseller, that person's not a reseller. Like, I really don't care if someone resells or if someone doesn't. Like fools are doing legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get too caught up in labels and stuff like that.
That's the truest thing ever. Nobody's doing nothing illegal. So that's
what I'm saying. So it's funny because like some YouTubers will be like, hey, that fool's a reseller. You can't trust that fool. He's a reseller. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Like if someone wants to resell, whatever, that's not really my thing. Like, that's not my forte. I'm gonna be honest. I have resold a few things. I bought a bunch of slides and I did resell some of them. I still have them from 2 years ago, bro. That's how good of a reseller I'm. I need to hurry to get rid of those. I'm so terrible at reselling. But whatever. So you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't really get caught up in that. It just irritates me when people bought stuff with the intention and then they're not even making any money off of it, and then all that money's going to StockX or Gold. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what irritates me, because it's like really like damn fool, you prevented a sneakerhead from getting those sneakers.
No, you're right about that.
And then only the big business, only the big corporations only freaking made money. You know what I'm saying? Like God dang it. God dang it. That's what irritates me.
Focus Daily Design, what it do? That's crazy how like I said, it's getting caught up in the hype, bro. Don't do something just because other people are doing it. Long-term versus short-term hurdles is definitely different. And then what he said about buying shoes for trade bait later, like, I mean, to be considered a reseller, I mean, I see what you mean, because it's kind of like a different type of currency, but
but I don't think most people would even consider that to be reselling. I think most sneakerheads will do that type of stuff because
that's actually smart. Like that's
I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
Buy something. Yeah, I remember you talking about that and doing it, and I'm thinking like that is smart, because you might not want it, but you gonna know people who do want it, and the later that you have it, the more it's gonna be. So you could. That's like genius in a way. That's a smart way to move. Like
I pick up dunks.
No, it's just crazy. Something that you got for $100. Now it goes up for $300, and then you can get a shoe that's worth, and it's reselling already for $400. You can swap it, and it's something you paid $100 for.
So I missed out on the dunks. I forgot what they're called. They're black, and I think they have a silver swoosh, and then I think it has a gum bottom. So those came out. It came out at the SB shops. I don't have connections to SB shops. We all know the SB shops. You better have a connection, or you're gonna pay backdoor. Or I wish I could even pay backdoor, but you still have to connect or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have that, but whatever. So so one of the homies that I know, he's a reseller. He does have connects there. So I was like, hey, how much you letting those go for? And I said, hey, don't give me the homie price. How much are you letting them go for to your customers? Because he would have given me a deal, but I'm like, don't worry. I just want to know what you would have gotten rid of them for.
Right.
He said like 240. He said 240, which is reasonable. I was like, all right, cool. So I have a bunch of dunks that I paid $100 for, right? And most of them are worth significantly more than $100.
Right,
I'm just going to give him one of those. And then now I just bought those other pair of dunks for $100, you know, like, so if I have an opportunity for dunks, I just keep them and I use that for what I'll trade it, you know, like, and
I feel like more people are kind of creeping into doing that.
Yeah.
I think more people are starting to realize that's the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a weird thing because, like, you know, I believe you've mentioned that a lot in your videos, you know, about trading and doing shoes for trade bait. And you got people who watch you a lot, you know what I mean? And, you know, them hearing you do that influences them to start doing that, and things start to spread. So more people start doing that. So, like, you know, it's a good thing. And it's something that it's a wave that's becoming more popular. I don't know how good, I mean, I don't think it could affect the resale game if more people just become holders and start trying to do trades and barter as opposed to actually paying cash for things. I don't think that can really help.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think people are always like, "Oh, we need to do this to stop the resale game. We need to do such and such." The resale game's here to stay. Like
it's never going nowhere.
It is what it is. Like, it's capitalism. That's capitalism. You know, like people who buy and sell cars. Like this happens.
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say,
like,
I was just about to say something like, what's the difference between buying and selling cars or buying and selling clothes and buying and selling shoes? Like, it's the same. It's all.
It pretty much happens in every industry. You know, like the biggest one's the car industry, right? Like people buy and sell used cars right now. Every used car is way high, right? Every used car is fucking high as hell. Like that's the way it is. And then, you know, like graphics cards, people are buying and selling graphics cards, right? Like that's huge.
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
Sporting cards have exploded. NFTs. How are NFTs worth anything? To be really honest with you, it's a freaking video clip, bro. Like how is that worth anything? Like, none of it makes sense, but it's all based on hey, the demand and the supply and stuff like that. So
it's amazing. Yeah, this stuff it is about the supply and demand, man. It's really about, I hear you, SJ, resellers are fine, death to bots. Yeah. You know, I like that term. I like that aspect of it. You know, I like that train of thought. You know what I mean? It's just about people who are going about it in the wrong way. Resellers are fine, but it's just the ethics, I guess, if there is some. You know what I mean? The way you go about reselling and how you're trying to hit people over the head. And then also somebody mentioned in the chat, Keith, resell isn't bad, but reselling fakes is. Yeah, if you're not selling, selling fakes, that's terrible. And if you're trying to hit people over the head with prices, that's terrible. Other than that, get your money, bro.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if you're trying to hit someone over the head,
if they're gonna
if you're getting scammed, it is what it is, bro. You're a grown person. Hopefully you're a grown person. If it's a kid, you know, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'll be honest, if you're getting scammed, bro, like and you're doing stupid things, because there's 20 other or 50 other places you could buy it from for cheaper. So like, if someone says, hey, they give you $100, there's $100 shoe that's selling for $100, and then someone said, hey, I'll give this to you for $500, but everybody else got it for $100. If you're dumb enough to do that, I'm sorry. Like you know,
you can't. That's true. You can't save people for themselves. I feel you on that. That's true.
Like,
you can't.
Like, what am I gonna do? Follow you around for the rest of your life and make sure you don't make dumb decisions because you're stupid? Like you know, like, do some research. Like, and everybody has access to StockX, right? Like, everybody checks that real quick. Like, you know, like, whether you trust them or not, I'm just saying, like that.
The information is there.
Out there.
The information is there. That's very true about that, man. A lot of times people don't take the information.
And it's interesting because a lot of the sneaker shops or the sneaker companies are trying to come up with ways to make it more fair, you know, to try to prevent the bots from getting into it. Flex just changed. Did you notice how the online releases for Flex is different now?
No, are you talking about? I think I've heard where you can reserve to pick it up or have it shipped or something like that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to make a video, but work has been crazy, and then
I've heard about that. I haven't really experienced it yet, though.
Yeah, and then I went drinking, so like yesterday, so that I didn't make any videos because I was busy drinking, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, so Flex has changed things a little bit, where you know how when you try to reserve stuff, there's an online option as well, so you can reserve it online. So it looks like a certain portion of their online stuff goes to the reservations now, which takes away from the potential bots, right? So that's always a good thing.
Okay.
So then also, so I when Flex started releasing the information, they made it look like they totally got rid of online releases. But the couple weeks ago, I took screenshots and stuff. But they did release a pair of Jordans just this past weekend, and I actually did wake up and I actually looked at it, and you actually could get it the morning of on Flex as well, because they made it look like you couldn't. But now online, or not on Flex, online, I'm sorry. But online now they had a queue system, similar to Snipes has been using a queue system forever.
Where you're like in line, right?
Was that
where you're like in line? Okay,
so I don't know if the bots can help with that, or if they can still get through that. I don't know. I want to be honest, I have no clue.
Yeah,
but
that's different.
Maybe that helps. I don't know. Maybe they're trying different things. At least they're trying new things and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They're showing effort. They're showing the effort. You're right.
So I'm hoping that helps. But a lot of people have been talking about like pre-orders and stuff. Like if stores do pre-orders, would that really help? And I don't know. I haven't really thought that much through.
Like if he means pre-orders. You mean pre-orders with the stores or with
with like Nike and stuff like that. That's what they're thinking.
Well, if it's with Nike, I guess it would be okay and regulated, I guess. But my whole question with that is, even with Nike, but then again, it is Nike. I'm like, what about when things get pushed back or delays in shipment, stuff like that? When you pre-order something, that's one thing I would say. Like, I thought he was talking about like when YouTubers do pre-orders on stuff or resellers do pre-orders. That stuff is like a little iffy now because everything's so up in the air. You know what I mean? Like, even on a slight mark, like on another scale, I did the raffle for the Jordan 4s, the Lightning or Thunders or whatever, the red ones, a month or two ago, and had to keep pushing that raffle back because of that happening. You know what I'm saying? So imagine I took pre-orders for that shoe. Imagine I took pre-orders for that shoe, took 20 pre-orders and had to push it back. And then like when it comes out, it's super hard. And then damn, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Because can't get them all the pairs or whatever the release is. So it's interesting if they did pre-orders, unless it was with Nike, the people who make the shoe, then it would kind of make sense. But like a Foot Locker pre-order, like come buy the money here and your shoe, nah, I wouldn't trust that.
And I don't know too much about the back end to know exactly how the pre-order system would work. But I think the philosophy behind that is if there's 100,000 pairs, and then if a bunch of people are able to pre-order, then only one person would be able to get one pair. But I'm like, but wouldn't they be able to make bots where they just get multiple? Like I don't see how a bot wouldn't be able to pick up on 8 different pre-orders. Like I don't see how that.
Right.
I don't see how that wouldn't be easy, or that would be difficult. I could see that being super, super easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Technology's so advanced too. So pre-order with Nike makes some sense though. If it's just like through Nike and they do it, might make more sense doing it through them. But who knows, man? Bots are everywhere. Bots are, part of the whole reselling thing. You got to deal with bots. You know what I mean? You just have to. Hopefully, there's a way to get around from that. But with everything going more and more digital, it's going to make it even more and more, more opportunities for bots to strike. I'm curious about bots when it comes to like NFTs and when it comes to like the Top Shot stuff. Because, like, for example, one thing you mentioned here earlier about a queue. On Top Shop, that's what they do. They have a queue. You have to get in line, and then you get your chance to buy yours, and then you have to get back in the queue to get in line again. So there's no way to cut that. You can't really. I mean, I don't know if there's some technology of a bot that can cut lines. I don't know if that's something, and then they make it limited to how many pair you can get or how many you can get. I think those type of walls, those type of things will help bots not be able to be as effective, I guess, but, there's software that they can always come up with to switch up anything, I guess. I would assume. I'm not really savvy with the bots, but I know technology is always advancing. So if you make something good, there's something bad that match it. You know what I mean?
So they're saying pre-orders. They're saying they'd make as many pairs as orders were placed.
That's true.
But I'm like, wait, but if someone just makes, if someone has a bot that pre-orders 200 pairs for you, then they just make 200 more pairs, and then there'd still be 200 more for resale. So
For the resale,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's a perfect system.
True,
Like,
true,
I don't know if that would work, but I also haven't really put that much thought into it, to be really honest. I'm just kind of flinging things out, but I don't know. Like, I think there's always gonna be an element of, hey, we're gonna try to game the system, we're gonna do stuff, you know, like I think that's always gonna be there. You know, like I am a huge fan of the systems that Alma Manier and what's it called did, because the way they do it is there's no most other stores, there's always a link, like the botters and all the people in the cook groups always get a link, the product link code, right? And the way they do it, they close down the whole website for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then they put up the product codes, they do that stuff, and then soon as it goes back, then everybody has the exact same chance.
Right.
I wish everybody would do that, but is that possible on a huge scale like Nike when they have 25 releases? Like a lot of the small stores like Almanier and Bodega and Social Status use the same system. Like they have one, maybe 2-3 releases out the year. Nike has how many releases every year? Like they have 753 releases every year, and they have multiple ones going the same day.
Absolutely.
Can they use that same system? I don't know if they can.
That's a lot. That's a lot going on. They got their shit. But they're Nike, they could do it.
Yeah, I'm sure they could figure out a way. But they also have executives that are giving stuff to their system.
Yeah, for real. I mean, they are showing some effort, so at least some effort seems like it's being made. I guess nothing's gonna happen overnight. Things are gonna take time, but you see efforts in you know, you see efforts towards things. I guess that's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Curious to see what's next though.
How do you see the sneaker game changing within the next year or so? Like, what do you see?
I mean, with them saying that factories were shutting down again, I feel like that just kind of is going to delay stuff. You know, the calendars are going to get pushed back further. I feel like I don't know how many release dates will hold form to what they are right now. I feel like a lot of things will get pushed back there as far as like Nike release dates. You know, and then resale, I mean, that's like we said, that's never really going anywhere. It really just it depends on what people's money is like. You know, there's a lot more people invested in things, and I don't know, man. It's weird. It's definitely weird as far as like what people will be doing with their money. If they'll have some, or if they'll have a lot, and if they do have a lot, you know, some people might have tried the sneakers and then had a bad taste in their mouth, so they go somewhere else totally different from it. You know, so who knows really how that's going to go. But I feel like as far as sales, we might not see too many of those, especially at the outlets. On shoes that you want, like there still will be sales on them other shoes that people don't really, the majority don't really care about. But like as far as things that, you know, people are talking about like on these channels when it comes to like retro ones and things of that nature, hype shoes, you know, sales won't be there. But I'm curious to know how long will these things be sitting? You know, will things sit for a while because of this too? Or will you have them sharks who can come and scoop up everything also? Because, you know, there's a buyer's market and a seller's market. And right now, because people are, you know, I guess resale is kind of going back up, but I still feel like it's more of a buyer's market to load up on stuff to hold it for later, you know. But if you can do that, only if you can do it. If you can't do it, then it ain't going to happen that fast.
Yeah, it's crazy how you know, people have like warehouses full of like stuff. Like that's insane.
But this the thing, yeah, that warehouse stuff is crazy, but it's like weird because going over a few shoes, talking with a few people recently, and like a couple that have stuff in storage, and it's just like some of the things they list off and say they have in storage is like, damn, that's 300 now, damn, that's 400 now, damn, that's 450 now, like, damn, and they got it for retail back whenever, but you need your storage unit to do that stuff. You know, I'm not in that position yet, so you know.
But you and I talk like every Jordan eventually goes up. Every Jordan eventually goes
up, bro. Like we have definitely acknowledged that a lot of times because it and the year goes by so fast now. The difference a year makes, like things, years go by fast, and it's crazy how things shoot up. And it's like everything does, even if it's a little bit, it still does because you can't get it no more, and then people want to go back for it. Like I'm curious to see what these fusions will do, the red fusions, because now they're below retail. Men, adult sizes, those fusions are below retail. 120s, 130s I've seen, like what?
And it's funny though. And it's funny though, because I'm like, and I think it has to do with the hype thing, because like some people like they bitch and moan about how they can't get Jordan 1s. They complain about, oh, I can never get a Jordan 1, blah blah. And then a colorway like that will come out where you can easily get them
and great quality. Don't forget
materials. I'm gonna be honest with you, material wise, that might be the best material.
It has
any
really
Jordan
good
1.
quality. I don't understand why people shit on that shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the color, but yeah, exactly. That's a shoe that was
the material. I swear to God, that one, the material on that's better than the University Blue ones, because the suede portions are nice, but it's not like really soft.
The leather is really nice.
You know,
on those.
Yeah, the fusion, the colorway on that, like it's kind of mediocre, but the material is fantastic. And so many people who can't get all the other Jordan 1s, they pass on those.
Yep.
And I'm like, you guys bitch and moan about not being able to get Jordan 1s, and then there's one right there, like really? Like, I don't know.
Or go get that one and sit on it and trade it later for something else once you go up, because it's gonna go up once more people later on realize how the leather quality is on it and all this stuff later down. I'm not gonna say that, but like shattered backboard vibes, not don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't think I'm saying it's gonna be like a shattered backboard, but a lot of people, well, maybe I'm speaking for myself, because I didn't care about the shattered backboard. I passed on the first shattered backboard. I wasn't interested in the colorway, and I just didn't think an orange shoe would be cool. And then later down the road, people realized the quality of it, the color of it, don't really come out that many colorways like it. Now it's super high. I don't know if the Fusion will do that, but it's kind of the same vibe where you're passing up on it, and it's gonna have something. It's gonna grow up a little bit, you know what I mean, as far as the resale, because of the quality on it alone.
But I think that has to go with the hype stuff that we're talking about, where everybody just wants to go after the hype stuff. You know, you know, everybody just and it's crazy because back in the day, sneakers was always collecting sneakers was always about, hey, getting stuff that not everybody else has. You know, like I want to be unique, I want to be different. I'm gonna put different laces in them. You know about the lace thing because you always do that
all day. Yep.
I want to customize and stuff like that. Now it's just all about, I want the same crap that everybody else has. Like,
that's what's so funny. Yeah.
You go to sneaker convention nowadays, everybody's wearing the same thing.
But everybody wants to be an individual and be different, but they want to wear the same shoe. You're right about that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I think the last time we went to SneakerCon, I think I wore the Black Cats, and then you wore the Day of the Dead
Kyrie's.
Day of the Dead Kyrie's. And then everybody else was wearing, you could name the top 20 sneaker at the time.
Yeah,
that was it.
For real. Yep. You're right about that, man.
Like it's crazy. Like I missed this year's SneakerCon. I kind of wish I could have gone just to laugh at people and just to
did it just happen?
See if it's changed at all. But
did it just happen?
I feel like it's the same.
When was it? When is it?
It was just this past weekend.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It was this past weekend.
Oh, okay. And in Anaheim?
Yeah, the same spot that we went to a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was so out the loop. I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, I was busy with my family.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Stick on the trees asking where you got that hoodie.
Oh, good looking out. This right here was found at Ross.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I found it doing retail arbitrage, and I said I had to keep this for myself. I think I got it for like $19.99, no bullshit.
Because those were going for $80 or $100, I remember.
Yeah.
The Day of the Dead hoodie.
I was like, I had to keep it. Plus, I had the Day of the Dead Kyrie's, as you just mentioned. So I was like, it made perfect sense. But yeah, good looking out. I didn't know you got that at Ross. Yeah, I found it at I did see them at the outlets like maybe a month or two ago, but there were like two of them and somebody scooped them up. But yeah, I got it from Ross. So I was like,
and they were still going for a decent amount there. They were still going for like $40 at the outlet. That heavily discounted.
Absolutely. Them Bordeaux. What do you think about those? The Bordeaux ones.
I think the material is really nice on them. I did skip them because I just don't see myself wearing purple that much. But I got one for the homie, and then he secured his own pair, so I might have to return mine.
Is it purple or maroon?
I see it. Wait, here.
I got one for the members, but I didn't even get a chance to get my hand on it. It just got shipped out to him. But I'm trying to see. I haven't been to the stores either.
I see it as just a straight purple, right?
The leather looks good on those too.
No, the leather's nice. Like, don't get me wrong, the leather's nice.
Yeah, I heard those are sitting too, though.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of like shoe palaces.
Well, they're starting to sell out now. They're starting to sell out now. Like I went to a couple shops, and they were sold out. But I think I'm gonna return this one. I think I'm gonna return this one just because it's not my size.
Right. Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to someone for retail. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to one of my viewers for retail. I don't know.
Or trade bait it later. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy though. I've been seeing people kind of scooping those up to hold them for later, but you know, it remains to be seen. You know how they do later. I do like the color on them though, and the quality on them does look nice.
Yeah, I do agree. They are pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty nice. Let's see. The focus the daily design saying he buys sneakers, plans to wear them, don't rock them right away. Eventually increase in value unexpectedly, and then then it's just lucky that the fashion caught up with me. That's funny. Yeah, it is funny though because it's kind of a double-edged sword. Because like when I have stuff like there's a bunch of stuff that I don't wear, and people are like, "Oh, you don't wear your sneakers and stuff," and I'm like, dude, I have like 84 pairs. Like the last I counted, I had like 84, 85 pairs of sneakers in my rotation that I wear at all times. So I'm like, am I supposed to increase that to 150? Like what the F am I like? Who has more than 80 pairs of sneakers that they rotate? Whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So it is
No,
what it is.
right.
So I do have stuff that I haven't worn, but when that price like skyrockets, like I'm like, do I wear that? Do I not? It's not the easiest decision to make. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
No, man, I fall victim to that too. And you know what? To prevent myself from doing that to a couple of shoes, I had to wear them regardless.
Just throw them on.
So when I got the Travis Scotts, I wore them because I'm like, you know, these will go up at some point. And then even with me wearing them once, they still be good to resell. But I'm like, let me wear these things to make myself not do that. Because I would. Because, I mean, shoes are shoes. And when you have a lot of them, you only have 2 feet. I mean, there's so many shoes I don't wear, haven't worn. Like you just said, like. So I'm trying to get in the habit now of breaking out more shoes and wearing more shoes because you just don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of shoes that I have, I'm not reselling them because I'm keeping them, but like I gotta wear them. I gotta wear them. You know what I mean?
I got the black cats. I got the black cats, and I paid $100. This was right before the pandemic, so I paid $152, $154 or something. They're like going for like $600. I'm like, do I throw them on? Do I not?
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm like, I don't know. It's like I wanna say, hey, I'm balling enough to say, hey, you know what? F it, $600 don't mean shit to me. Like I just want to, but I don't know if I'm in that. I don't know if I'm in that financial. Like I don't know if I'm in that realm. Like you know.
I feel you. My thing is because I'm definitely not in that realm. But the one aspect I honestly start thinking about, bro, is like we don't know how many more days we got left, bro. So it's like I gotta enjoy what we got because you don't know, man. So it's like that's the one thing about it. Like, damn, one of my subscribers or members had mentioned this on their story too. Like, you want to go your whole life without wearing the shoe just because you think this and that. Like, what if you die tomorrow? Like, you know, it's true. Like, not that we're going there and we have much more life for all of us to go. We're all going to be living until we're 110. But you just never know. What if ankle hurt? Your ankle swell up. You can't wear the shoe no more. Like, just in general, enjoy it while you can, bro. You know what I mean? But there is other aspects to it. You know what I'm saying? So
look at Drumbeat's giving us. He's giving us minute by minute updates. He's talking about the Bordeaux. Remember we were asking if the Bordeaux
really?
are
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. That's funny. And the focus remembers where I got the black cats. Like dang, dude, look at you, man. You know the videos, shoe. Bro. I'm not.
That's a fire shoe. Man. Definitely got to document.
That's crazy. Yeah. What you got coming up this weekend?
Man, it's been such a different thing for me, man, lately, you know, besides like the grind and like, you know, the little bit of reselling and then just posting content. The stores have been different for me as far as what I'm seeing. So I usually like to go out more so now during the week and early because you don't deal with a lot of people and you can kind of still find the things too. Because if you go later in the day, a lot more people are out. You know what I'm saying?
That's when most of the restocks happen are pretty early in the morning on.
Some stores do put things out a little later depending on how shady the store is. Because 9 out of 10 they're supposed to put them out in the morning. But some stores put things out 12, you know. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna go about what I'm doing the rest of the week, but let me tell you something that happened the other day. I don't know if you was in the live stream when I was at the I don't even care. at JD and Glendale, what they told Drum. I was in the mall with him, and we found the shoe.
Well, first of all, you did like 8 live streams this week.
That day. Yeah.
And I listened to most of them, but I don't remember what happened.
So it was one where we went to Glendale Mall for something, to look around. He went to pick up something. I was getting some content, but we went to JD Sports, and they had these dunks, all white. They're like highs. I think they're women's dunks. They're all white with a gum outsole. Maybe you know what it is. It recently came out. So we're looking around. He's going to go buy them. He asked him how much this, what sizes. They told him the size. They brought out the shoe. They told him, you got to donate to this charity to get the shoe. Like, they have signs on the store now, JD, about, oh, if you want, donate to the charity, blah, 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 blah. But dude told him straight up, to get this, you have to donate. Like, you have to donate. That is beyond, like, against the rules, and, like, they can't do that. I'm sure if that dude's boss knew, he would get in trouble. I would make somebody donate to buy the shoe.
I probably would have caused a scene just because that would have just made me mad.
I never heard of that. I'm like, and somebody else from their store told me before that they're shady, that the new people there, because a lot of things have been changing in all stores, and the new regime that's there is kind of crazy, a little shady. But I've never heard somebody say you have to donate. It's always, hey, would you like to donate?
Well, because they're trying to get their numbers up. And because if they get a certain number of donations, because they'll have competition between the stores and stuff like that when they have those. And they'll have competitions on, hey, who can get more donations and stuff, and they want to increase their numbers. I would have caused a scene. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it was just a smeezy little dunk, but at the same time,
no. The principle of you saying, hey, F you.
Exactly.
No.
Ain't none of this. I was surprised. I'm like, what? I had to have him say it again, like explain what happened, because I just knew he didn't like. No, he said you could exactly. Focus. I feel like it is that too. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like we bigger fish to fry, more things to do, so I let it go. But at the same time, like, no, I don't really want to let that go. So it's gonna stick in my brain until I get an opportunity, like, to find out more about it. Like, I want to go see my friend that works there and talk to him because he's important too at that spot. I'm just like, because maybe dude thought that the dude was from a group. Maybe dude thought Drum was from a group, and they told the group, if you guys come here and get them, they got to donate 5 to this. Like, maybe they're working out little deals like that.
Yeah. No. I would have caused a scene. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Man,
never heard
that's shady. And I know that one's shady now. So, like, I rarely even walk into that one now because I'm like, dude, really? Like,
I was just surprised to hear that, bro. That's what made me think about that right now, because I know we experienced some shady stuff when it came back to other stores and things, and people saying this ain't here, and then you see people go to the back door and come back with some others. I've seen a lot of stuff like that, which is hilarious, but it was just funny to hear that happening. Still, you got to donate to get this and that. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I will be trying to go to a few stores this week to see what's up, but I'm not really pressed about it. We've been able to, I say we because it's just like it's a community, but I've been able to, as you make moves with people or no connections at stores, so you don't got to really run around like a chicken with your head cut off as much anymore. I still can feed the people who need to get what they can get and don't have to do as much, which is the best way, smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I'll just be making some more videos, some more content, man. That's really it, man. The short-term content and long form content. Man.
You headed out on Black Friday? Daddy's asking what I was gonna ask. You heading out Black Friday?
No and yes. What I mean by no, I'm not.
You're not. You don't want to have to go through the 30% chance of having to punch someone in the face. No,
I'm not exactly. And the thing is, because I'm only gonna be going. I'm not bullshit. I'm only gonna be dealing with H&M because I get like 80% off. So I'm just giving my girl the thing, and she gonna go take care of that. But I'm not going nowhere. I got my Black Friday that I'm trying to sell here. I'm not trying to consume anything. I'm posted up, bro. I'm posted up.
So you're not gonna go out to get footage?
Nah. Okay. Nah. I'm they can keep that energy, bro. They can keep that energy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do need content for the week. So I think Black Friday might be one of the only days I could go out this weekend.
Yeah.
So
now, if I hear about,
I don't want to go out Black Friday, but man, I think I might have to.
No, it's definitely a good look. I mean, if I hear of some deals somewhere or something, I definitely will go out to go try to get it. But I feel like I think that's my underlying reason. I don't think it's going to be as we think it will be. Now for content,
no, it's not going to be crazy at all.
That will be great, but I feel like I'm going to go around and see the same things I saw last Wednesday, third. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I feel like I'm not really pressed to do it. I think the main thing for people with the Black Fridays is if you're trying to go camp out at the Best Buys and all that stuff. But camping out for me is dead, bro. I said that after Travis Scott win, I'm good on camping out. The only camping out I do now is on Top Shop online where I could that's it. But I'm not standing in line for no shoes no more.
and you remember I told you, like, I had several managers pretty much tell me that the Champs, Foot Locker, Foot Action, they already have their Black Friday stuff. They're not marking anything down.
Right, yeah, you did tell me that too. That's another reason why. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. That reminded me. I remember you telling me that too. So,
like, I don't see that Nike outlets having anything. I really don't.
It would just be on apparel.
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part, you know what I'm
saying. And then like there might be like small stores here and there. Like I saw some of the resale shops had stuff going on. A couple of the resale shops had like, hey, certain sales and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't really need to. Yeah, I don't really need to go out there and get stuff from resale shops. So
yeah, like I know. I don't go there that often, but I know Equivalence usually has a pretty good Black Friday thing.
Yeah,
I know Cool Kicks usually has a Black Friday thing, but they have a line, so they're gonna be flooded with like a lot of kids just there waiting for whatever they can. So it's about less stress, man. So
I think Soul. What was that one? The Soul Revival Fairfax. They have all kinds of stuff. They had a 2-year anniversary there. I think they had a 2-year anniversary. They had all kinds of steals. Like I really wish I had a chance to go, but they had all kinds of steals. Their line wasn't crazy. I kind of wish I went, but yeah, they said they have $100 deals, and then they have even $1 sneakers like just hidden around, and you just have to look through each one. I was like, oh,
that's dope. That's how you draw people in. That's dope. One thing about it too, another element is the fact that they're stretching out their Black Friday deals. I think that's the other reason for me too, that a lot of the deals are being stretched out past the Black Friday thing because of just how everything is right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if them Black Friday deals don't stay till like mid-December. And then they'll probably go to retail and then drop back down right before Christmas again. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I could be wrong, man.
I'm gonna be out and about tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm gonna be out and about on Friday just because that's the only day I do have time to get content this weekend. So I'll probably be out and about, and then maybe during the week. I don't know.
Wait, because Friday is Friday is Black Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And that's the only day I can.
No, go ahead. No, I'm just saying, like, that's the thing too. That's the vibe I feel right now. But sometime in the heat of the moment, sometime when you get closer, things change a little bit. You know what I mean? But
you never know.
As I feel right now, just because of just what my gut feeling, and then what I have to do myself. It's just like I want to make sure that I'm able to take care of everything as opposed to being tempted to go out and buy more, because that's one thing as a reseller, and that's the thing that everything's a resell. So whether it's reselling sneakers or just other things, like I have that eBay stuff, and I had a lot of things I want to make sure it's posted. I want to cross post. I don't want to be going out and seeing more deals, and you see that deal is gonna be gone. You got to jump on it. I'm kind of bad with that temptation. I got to work on it, honestly.
And then you just end up having more and more stuff behind you. Like
exactly. It'll all go, but it's just like, it's just adding on to the thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been really trying to manage that because it's a thing, man.
All right, cool. Well, I don't think I'm gonna take any other people in the chat right now. Just because time issue and stuff like that. Bossco has another live coming up. What time is your live going to be at?
I think so. I it might be a change of plan, but if I go live, it will be at 9:00 tonight. That's the goal. Have a couple of things that came up since I talked to you, but I believe 9:00 I will be going live on my channel.
Okay, so especially if you're on the West Coast, make sure you guys look out for Bossco's live. Make sure you guys check out Bossco's channel in the description. So make sure you guys give him a look. Like I said, he covers a lot of the stuff that I do, but he actually covers more because he covers a lot of the sneaker releases. He does reviews, stuff like that. I hate doing reviews, so I'll do them once in a while, but I hate doing reviews. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not really. It's here and there. I haven't done a review in a minute, but like, it's its own thing, man. And with sneaker YouTube, as you know, it's so up and down nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, as you can do it, you do it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. Make sure you help your boy. Make sure you help press that like button.
Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like, man, for real.
If you're new, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Also, like I said, check out Bossco's channel.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, stay tuned to both of our channels, and we'll see you guys in the next one, you guys.
For sure. See you later. Cool.
Thanks for joining. Appreciate you.
Of course, man. For sure.